What's going on, YouTube world? This video is going to be on how to use the 100 balancer to balance a wheel. You would want to balance the wheel anytime you suspect there's a little vibration in the car. It's also recommended that you balance them about every 7,500 miles. So, this is a little practice wheel. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up and use this machine. It's pretty simple. First thing is you want to make sure the tire is set to the vehicle recommendation. So you'd go to the driver's door, check the sticker, and then make sure that the tire is filled up to whatever the car recommends. This tire is just a practice one that I keep by the balancer. I ask my students to keep it at 10 psi just for safety reasons. So after the tire pressure is checked, we need to remove the wheel weights. And wheel weights can be on both sides of the tire, so check both sides. Take the wheel weights off, you're going to take the pointed side, put it in the little slot here, grab the bottom of the weight squeeze, and you're going to kind of leverage the pliers to the middle of the tire. And it just kind of pops the weight off. Once the weights are off, we have to find the right centering cone so that the wheel sits centered on the spindle. This is the smallest centering cone, and you notice it goes straight through. This is the medium-sized one, and it goes part of the way in, but not all the way, so that's what we want. So we're going to take this and then put it on our spindle. Slide on the centering cone, take the tire, that goes on next. And then the wing nut goes on last. If the spindle starts to turn as you're tightening it, you can step on the pedal down here. That'll lock it in place, tighten it the rest of the way. And it needs to be snugged down pretty good, otherwise it'll come loose. Now, once the tire's in place, I'm going to zoom in on the screen here. Whenever you walk up to this to start balancing a wheel, you're always going to want to start over. The way you do that is you hit the R button twice, and that brings you back to the home screen. Now we want to balance the wheel, so we're going to hit the K4 key. And with smartphones becoming so common, people think it's touchscreen, but this is not a touchscreen. We have to do everything with the keys down here. We need to enter the measurements of the wheel so the machine can do some of its calculations. The way you set the measurements is there's several arms over here that we're going to use. The first one is right here. We pick this up and you'll see the screen. It automatically shows you right where you need to put it. The inside lip of the rim where the weight would normally go. So where you took the old weight off of is where this little black knob needs to go. On the right side of the wheel we need to put the other arm, just this one. Same place. It needs to go on the lip of the rim right where the wheel weight would be. Once you have them in place, you can either hit this black button here or step on the little bar down at the bottom. And that just entered the measurement and dimensions of the wheel. Alright. Take a closer shot of the screen. Now what we're going to do is close the hood, and it's going to spin the wheel to figure out our balance problems. Alright, so it's spun the wheel. It's figured out that on the left side we need to add 0.75 ounces to counterbalance a heavy spot. Right here I have a weight that's 0.75 on it. It says 0.75 right there. And the green area is the one that we're going to start on. So we're going to start on the left side and we're going to put a weight right at the top of the wheel, hammering it onto the rim. Now you can see the laser shining on the top of the tire here. That's to help you find the very top of the tire. You take the weight, line the metal clip up on the lip of the rim, making sure the laser shines in the middle of the lead weight, and then we're going to hammer it on. And it should take a little bit of effort to actually hammer that weight on. If it goes on super easy, then it's probably not set up right. Now if we needed to, in this case we don't, but if we needed to put weights on the other side of the tire, and you see in this case on the right side it says 0, if we did need to put weights over here, we could just hit the start button and it would rotate the wheel around to the next spot. Since I don't have to add any more weights, I'm simply going to close the hood, respin the wheel to do a check spin. Now if at any point the tire starts coming loose, which sometimes happens, if it ever starts coming loose, you can hit the red stop button, which is up here, or you can also step on the pedal down at the bottom and that'll stop the machine. So we have OK on the left, OK on the right, which means this wheel is perfectly balanced now, ready to go back on the car. To take the wheel off, lift the hood up, and it works best if you step on the bar down here and then turn the wing nut. Gently slide the tire off, and then you would put that back on the car. The centering cone is going to go back on its little spot up on the top of the balancer. So there you have it. Pretty simple, easy to do, and once that wheel's balanced, the car will be much smoother, it'll go down the road much smoother, and the tire will last a lot longer. Thanks for watching.